The unmistakable New York skyline to the east. And we are across the river on the Jersey side at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start, and off we go here on Monday night. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. First and 10. The man in motion is Watson. From the shotgun, he'll throw to get this one started. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. Throwing now from the gun. He's going to test this secondary right away. And that is incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target. And it's going to bring up a third down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast. And tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
The man in motion is Watson. Throwing now on third and long. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits, and from the 35, it's first and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner out. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. It's picked up by the Dolphins. Bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And Greg, so frustrating for the receiver. With the catch, ready to gain some yards. Instead, it goes back the other way, and the defense comes away with a touchdown.
Yeah, catching the ball, Mike, is just step one of the process. After you catch it, you have to put it away and become a ball carrier. And that's where ball security kicks in. In this case, he makes a nice catch, tries to get his eyes downfield to run. They're able to knock the ball out. That leads to the turnover, which leads to 6 points.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll get this out wide. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings us 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. Finding space at the 15. The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown, New York. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Pass's kick is good. And the Jets will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. Now on the return, he has lost the football. But this is taken in by a teammate. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That one on target to Watson. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest...
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Javon Holland.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Achane. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll take a shot for Watson. That is hard. And he will score. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Dolphins. And this one is blocked. Riker it out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now, this looks like a design run, and he's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone? They'll mark it at the 10. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
We'll see a return here from his own end zone. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. That one thrown quickly. Watson on the RPO. Now we get whistles. Time has run out. The 1st quarter has come to an end.
Jets 10.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A run up the middle with Achane. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
3rd down, 3 to go. In motion, it's Waddle. They're going to go jet sweep on 3rd down. And he's got it. He'll move the chains. 1st down at the 47.
This is just another creative wrinkle that they can add to their offense to help move the chains. They don't do a ton of sweeps throughout the course of the game, but they do just enough here and there to keep the defense guessing.
On 1st and 10, it's Achane. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Now this time they'll look to throw. Going up top. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and As they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
3rd and 9. And that is incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Oh, how about the coverage there? Met and dropped before he can get a return going. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
At the 13-yard line.
Back to throw. To the right side here. Pass is caught. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Jets 1st down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. Trying to avoid tacklers there, but the ball is out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. Here's 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
So the drive stalls out, and here's the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, to punt. That's fielded at about the 18. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery.
These are the type of self-inflicted wounds that the coaching staff told us about all week, Mike, and it's been a real point of emphasis. Anyone possessing the ball, whether that's on offense, defense, or in this case, special teams, protect the ball at all costs, and I can promise you they're not going to be happy with this one.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Good blocking to the 15. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, New York. What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 2. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. Elijah Vera Tucker plays college ball at USC. Guilty that time. Now it is 1st and goal. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Jets. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. That is about as good a half as you will ever see out of a running back. Greg, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the first half.
And he's been the difference maker, Mike. I mean, I wish I had him on my fantasy team. I mean, this guy has come out with something to prove today. I can't wait to see what he has in store for the second half.
Now Baz to tack on the extra point. His kick is good. And the Jets add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A quick slant, looked in by Watson. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Looking underneath for Achane. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to the air one more time. That's going to wind up incomplete, but a penalty flag is down on the play. Let's see what that's all about. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. They'll look to throw yet again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun.
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the 1st down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on 4th down.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Christian Watson, touchdown Miami. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Reichert now to add the extra point. The kick is good, and the Dolphins will cut the deficit down to 4. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here's 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Now the Jets going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's taken in by Achane. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Texas A&M. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. Signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. A gain there of 27 yards. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the new year as we get you to Orlando. Say hello to my old pal, Jonathan Coachman, with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway. Here we get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now, faking the give. The second down throw is incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. On comes the punt team now for the Jets. This is taken at the 25. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sending it deep for Waddle. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Henry To'oTo'o. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which.
And he's in! Touchdown, New York.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and end result is still a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Through the contact, it's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And If they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, but we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He's got the hook up there to Waddle. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll look to throw again. He'll look deep, left sideline.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. Not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. A throw right side is intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. High throw, but it's reeled in. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. We have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field goal.
That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Riker it out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. He'll take it in at the goal line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. To the ground, a first down run. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8. Going to air this one out, and that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. First and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and He's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Sending it deep for Waddle. That's caught. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be 1st and goal. They've got it at the 3.
When you get big gains like that, Mike, it's pretty easy to see why that stat line just continues to grow, and the defense doesn't come away with a plan to stop this guy. We could have a record-setting performance on our hands.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. This is almost certainly 4-down territory if they need them all. Touchdown, extra point gives them the lead. It is 1st down and goal. Motion man is the tight end going right. They'll throw. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 2.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
Handoff here, up the middle. Oh, no, that is not going to work out at all. That will be a safety. You are hoping your running back can do something to give you space. And, Greg, they got the absolute opposite. Instead, it is a safety.
Yeah, exactly right, Mike. That's all they're trying to do is give themselves some breathing room and get their quarterback out of the end zone on this next snap. But instead, the defense is all over it. They get in the backfield for the tackle for loss, and it leads to the safety.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Sending it deep for Waddle. That is caught! And he will go all the way. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now a big play here. Dolphins will go for 2. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. And they will not be able to add with a 2-point conversion. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This returnable. Now on the return, he has lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Got his man. That's Graham. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
He'll stay on the ground, and he'll get about 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's 2nd and 9. Slot man in motion right. Now this time they'll look to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more. And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
So, after the field goal to take the lead, kicker is back out there to send this one away. This will be returned from the 2. Whoa. And they'll get him out of bounds, but a good return to the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The man in motion is Watson. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
look to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. The play clock down to 0, and this not the best of sequences. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Now they'll set up to throw. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on downs.
So as an offensive coordinator, you have to have answers for what the defense throws at you. And in this case, your quarterback is sitting back there. He has nowhere to go with the ball on 4th down. He ends up taking the sack, and now your drive is over.
They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, New York. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the fourth quarter, I think they'd feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here comes a return from the 3. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
back to the air once more on second down. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Henry To'oTo'o. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. This throw, right side, taken in by Ridley. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up first and goal. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is first and goal. Here's a run to the 5-yard line. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. Ball right on the 5-yard line, second down and goal. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. They send him right out of the slot. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. So now it's Tyler Bass on in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll come up for first and 10. They'll drop to throw. That is caught left side by Waddle. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it.